Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with me and welcome today's graduation speaker, faculty, and staff to today's graduation ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the graduation class of October the 2nd, 1998. Please remain standing and sing with us the National Anthem. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to the Culinary Institute of America. On behalf of the graduating class of October the 2nd, 1998, I am pleased to welcome all of you, parents, husbands, wives, family members, and friends of the graduates. I'm Gerald O'Brien, the Vice President of Administration and Master of Ceremonies for today's commencement exercises. Participating in these commencement exercises this morning are a number of people who represent various parts of the Culinary Institute family. Representing our faculty of chefs and instructors and our staff are the ladies and gentlemen seated here today on the stage, and they are the Dean of Students, Miss Alice Ann Schuster, Associate Professor of Culinary Arts, Chef Joseph DePerry, the Associate Dean of Students, Mr. Ken Turow, the Associate Vice President for Degree Programs, Dr. Fred Mayo, the Team Leader for Faculty Development, Mr. Henry Woods, Senior Vice President, Mr. Timothy Ryan, President of the Culinary Institute, Mr. Ferdinand Metz, and our graduation speaker, Mr. Gray Kunz. We're also particularly pleased to have as our guest this morning, and the guest of one of our graduates, a distinguished alumnus and former faculty member, Mr. Dennis Powell. Dennis. In addition to the flag of the United States, of course, which is on the stage here this morning, there are also the two flags of the states of California and New York, where the Institute has campuses. Our additional campus is in Napa Valley, California, where we have graduate-level degree programs. And for the first time in the history of the school, the flags that surround us here in the hall today on the balcony are those flags of the nations currently represented in the student body. So for every which is highly symbolic of the diversity of the Culinary Institute, and we take great pride in our diversity. Our faculty, staff, and students come from over 25 nations. 15 languages are spoken here. We believe that diversity promotes personal growth in a healthy society, and we hope that our graduates, as they leave here today, will take much of that diversity with them into an industry that presents them with enormous diversity itself. This class is representative of that diversity too, because they come from 20 different states and 2 other countries. There are many students in the class today graduating from New York and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Connecticut, but this class is also represented by the states of Maryland, Ohio, Michigan, Rhode Island, Georgia, Massachusetts, Wisconsin, Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, Indiana, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Iowa, and California. And 2 other nations are represented, and I'd like the 2 students from those countries to stand when I call their name. From Korea, Dong Young Lee. And from Canada, Andrew Rodricks. And while this is graduation day for the 54 students who are here in the hall, this is also the first of a graduation for 3 students who will continue with us in their bachelor's degree program. Contributing to the well-being of the body and the spirit is a tradition in the hospitality industry, and as our graduates leave the Institute today, they will be called upon numerous times to share their talents with local and national organizations, such as Share Our Strength, Taste of the Nation, Meals on Wheels, and City Harvest, and others that help to feed the hungry. As an expression of our concern for those members of society less fortunate than ourselves, the fruit basket centerpieces on today's table will be donated to a local charitable organization that feeds the needy in the name of today's graduating class. Your graduation from the Culinary Institute today marks the fulfillment of a mission you began 2 years ago. This day also marks the beginning of a lifelong career with the title you have proudly earned, alumnus of the Culinary Institute. You are joining a talented and demanding group of professionals in the food world, now more than 32,000 alumni. As a graduate of the class of October the 2nd, 1998, congratulations and welcome to the alumni family of the Culinary Institute. Representing the graduates is a member of the class who will deliver the address of welcome on their behalf, Mr. Robert Lullier.
You guys look good. You look like A-blockers, you're so clean. Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, faculty, parents, friends, fellow students, alumni, Chef Kunz, and President Metz. It is my extreme pleasure and a great honor to welcome you to the commencement ceremony of stream number 333, the Culinary Institute of America, the best cooking school in the world. That's where you cheer. Chef Anthony Liguori, whom we will hear from a little later on today, and has been an inspiration to many of us, once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed people can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." It is with great pride and conviction that I stand here today representing a group of individuals who hold the potential of such great aspirations. About 2 years ago, when your sons and daughters, husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends left home to attend the Culinary, you knew one thing, You knew you would miss them dearly, but more importantly, that they would return different people. They would return a little older and a little wiser, and some would return a little heavier from all the eating, and some a little later. They return with a bevy of knowledge not solely related to cooking, but including a way of thinking and a model for excellence. And they return with an experience which we can all agree is difficult to put into words. As many of you in this room know, the careers we have chosen require a large sacrifice when it comes to being with our families. When we can't be around for holidays, birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and anniversaries, we are there making those days special for someone else's family, and that's a good feeling. When we are around, everyone eats well. I think you would agree. But in those long hours we spend serving others, we develop a second family. We know each other's habits and moods. We fight when times get rough, just like families do. And we use laughter as a way to help us through a sometimes difficult and stressful day. We're up earlier in the morning than most of us care to admit. We usually eat our meals standing up, and our day ends when it's dark again. Why? The answer is simple. Because we love this. Today, we welcome you to the CIA to celebrate the commitment these people have made to their families, to each other, and most importantly, to themselves. What they have achieved is not just the sum of the classes they have completed, or grades, or rankings to be measured by, but each of them has fulfilled a promise to themselves, a dream. It's been an extreme privilege working alongside these people for the last 21 months, and I've no doubt that you and I will hear and see great things from them in the future. Thank you.
During their 2 years at the Institute, a number of the graduates have distinguished themselves through exceptional performance. Those people will be honored with special awards this morning. To present those awards, the class has invited one of their instructors to represent the faculty and to make those presentations, Associate Professor in Culinary Arts, Chef Anthony Liguori.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Thank you all. I'm extremely honored to have been selected to share this day with you, the graduates, and your families and friends. The following graduates are being given special recognition on this day for their outstanding achievements. Please come to the podium as I read your names to receive your awards. The award for Distinguished Service to the Judiciary Board goes to the following recipients: Ellen Bennett and Megan Garvey. The award for Outstanding Student is given in honor of the Francis L. Roth, co-founder of the Culinary Institute of America, and is presented to Megan Garvey. The Schifflin Award for Scholastic Achievement in Hospitality Management goes to Robert Lullier. The Wine Spectator Magazine Scholarship Award, which is given in recognition of excellence in knowledge, appreciation, and professionalism in the field of wine, is presented to Robert Lullier. The award for Outstanding Scholastic Achievement is presented to Brian McHugh. Periodically, throughout every year, the Culinary Institute of America selects 30 exceptional students to continue their education in our fellowship program under the guidance of a mentor. This program allows the student to focus their education in one particular area, and it gives them the opportunity to develop an independent study project. There is a student today that has successfully completed a fellowship. If you'll come forward, please, the fellowship in the Escoffier kitchen, David Scott. At this time, I'd like to conclude my remarks by extending my sincere congratulations to all of the graduates of this October 2nd, 1998 graduating class. As graduates of the Culinary Institute of America, you have earned the recognition to be counted among a prestigious group of individuals. Throughout your entire education here, you have been given a wealth of knowledge by outstanding faculty, administration, and support staff, many of whom are internationally recognized for their individual excellence. Now it is your turn to create new and exciting levels of excellence in the culinary world. You are not the same people you were 21 months ago when you first set foot on this campus. There has been tremendous personal growth in all of you. So you must now also go out and develop your own personalities to their fullest. You must now add dimension to your once ordinary self. This dimension, call it imagination, call it creativity, vision, altruism, soulfulness, spirituality, or what you will, is that quality which will give you full meaning and true reality to you and to everyone you touch. Graduates, as we part today, I'd like you to leave you with the same words that I shared with you on your final day with me in class nearly 2 years ago. To quote the eminent psychologist Abraham Maslow, you are not, and I repeat, you are not in a position in which you have nothing to work with. You already have a start. You already have capabilities, you have talents, you have directions, you have missions, and you have callings. The job is, if you are willing to take it seriously, to be more perfect in what you already are, to be more full, to be more actualizing, and to be more realizing. In fact, that's what you all are in potentiality. Not only on this day and for this year, but for the rest of your lives, I want to wish you all the very, very best as you strive toward the creation of your futures. Thank you. God bless you all.
Today, the Culinary Institute is pleased to welcome as our graduation speaker the man who earned his reputation as executive chef at Les Panisse in New York City, the highly acclaimed signature restaurant of the St. Regis Hotel, Chef Gray Kunz. Chef Kunz is currently involved with several projects, including opening his own restaurant in New York City and writing his first cookbook, The Elements of Taste. He also designs technologically advanced professional kitchens. Prior to joining St. Regis, Chef Kunz was the executive chef at the Peninsula Hotel in New York City. Born in Switzerland, Chef Kunz spent 10 years of his childhood in Singapore. He returned to Europe to begin his professional career at age 16 with a 3-year apprenticeship in Bern. After 5 years, Chef Kunz returned to Asia to become executive chef of the Hong Kong Regent's renowned Plum restaurant. It was there that he gained a deeper understanding and appreciation of Asian flavors and techniques. Chef Kunz has been featured in many publications, including the New York Times, Gourmet, New York Magazine, and Esquire. Chef Kunz, his wife Nicole, and their children Julie and Jimmy live in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chef Gray Kunz.
Standing here is an honor. But standing here means also a tremendous commitment towards you. Standing here is also a tremendous commitment towards the parents that are here. But you know, when I look at you with your beautiful uniforms and all that, I wonder where I can see down the road when it says Julie, or when it says Jimmy, or when it says over there, whatever name, can there be amongst you another Jean-Georges, another Danielle, or maybe another Grey Kunz? And I think you can, because you have all the wealth in yourselves to make it happen. And it's touching for me to see that there are students that come out, and I have, of course, trained a lot, that have spent stages with me or called me. I still get resumes now, even if I don't have a restaurant. It's great. But more of all, I think you have a tremendous wealth in your own selves. And I would like to also address the families that are here today, because you have now somebody who is going to go out to the field that's going to need you more than you think. And I think you have to base that on your careers as well. Many of you probably have even families yourself and changed careers and trying to go into the field. After doing this for almost 22 years, I mean, I look like 65 probably, but it is really, really touching for me to come to the CIA and see the enthusiasm. I just wish and I hope that you will always maintain that. Have the spirit and the spark when you see a new product, that you want to work with that you respect it, because where it comes from, the farmer who created that product saw the soil, understood everything what it takes for you as a chef to work that product. And just out of sake of innovation, don't just try and put something together, but really think about the whole chain from how it was grown until you have it in your pan. And then unfortunately you burn it. That's quite surprising, huh? So we are the link there. There's also another message that I would like to give you, is I think we can hold a huge message towards our environment. We have a very strong and powerful word to say in creating and redeveloping whole areas, because we are the chefs. We feed people 3 times a day. That's why our jobs take so much from us. Yet the rewards and the love and the passion towards being a chef, after so many years and doing it myself, still gives me heartaches every day. I want to wish you all the very best, and please do watch your fingers when you chop shallots.
Well done, thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, graduates. We welcome you, and we are glad that you could join us for this festive occasion. For many reasons, today's commencement ceremony is very special to all of us. It's a time to welcome friends and relatives, to bestow honor and recognition of one of the most acclaimed chefs in America, whose inspirational graduation address so appropriately focused on the essential elements of our profession. Building on his traditional European apprenticeship and diverse work experiences in Switzerland and Hong Kong, Grey Kunz has developed his distinctive cooking style, which successfully blends Asian ingredients with classical principles. His unique understanding of flavors and techniques have earned him a great recognition, such as Food and Wine named him one of the top 10 chefs in America. Grey Kunz is also known for his efforts to create better working conditions for chefs. Behind his legendary renovation of L'Espinar's kitchen, which included soft lighting and air conditioning, stands his belief that a professional kitchen should be a pleasant place, since that not only affects the customers' food, but also the people that work there. In other words, a stimulating environment unleashes a chef's creativity. Grey has shared his creativity with our students when he participated in the 1995 Great Chef series, demonstrating his uncompromising dedication to quality, which makes him such an exceptional role model for our students. Today, the Culinary Institute of America wishes to acknowledge Gray's leadership by first proclaiming him an ambassador of the Institute and awarding him our corporate gold medal. Mr. Grey Kunz.
Wondering how you get the size right.
Yes.
This makes it all official. In addition to that, the Culinary Institute of America canvassed the industry to determine a most prominent and influential individual whose contribution left a visible mark on the culinary profession and on culinary education in particular, and we have identified this most appropriate candidate. It now gives me great pleasure to declare Chef Kunz the recipient of our Master of Aesthetics of Gastronomy Award. As such, he joins the ranks of distinguished recipients like Craig Claiborne, Anton Mosiman, Cyril Macchioni, Robert Mondavi, Roger Verger, and Julia Child. Gray, I am privileged to present you with this plaque, which will be permanently displayed at the Institute, and this crystal chef. This is your clue. And, as I said, and this crystal chef, which represents the clarity of your thinking, the purity of your knowledge, and the brilliance of your career. Congratulations, Gray Kunz. Well done.
My goodness, there's one thing that when you receive awards like this, I mean, I hope you one day will be up here as well, because you get pretty shaky legs. I wanted to thank the entire CIA and all the students here. But can I tell you something that maybe is going to sound a little bit funny? When you achieve and have achieved in your career certain highlights, never start looking at your press clippings, because then you're certainly going to be on the downside. Always look forward in what you can do more for people in the field, and try and achieve those standards that I have tried to achieve for so long. And never give up quality, because quality is a card that you all are going to play one day. I wish you, sincerely from deep in my heart, just only the very best. Thank you.
We now arrived at the moment that our graduates have been looking forward to for the past 2 years, the presentation of their cordons. Will the graduates please rise for the conferring of the degree by the President?
By the power vested in me by the Board of Regents of the State of New York, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer the degree of Associates in Occupational Studies upon the graduating class of October 2nd, 1998. Congratulations.
Will the front row on this side remain standing and the rest of the graduates be seated, please? As your name is called, will you please come forward to receive your cordon from President Metz and to shake hands with Chef Kunz. Matthew Accarino. Augustin Arangus. Timothy Armstrong. Anthony Beneri. Alan Bennett. Peter Berger. Allison Bidlack. Bob Borgerding. Julia Brown. Jason Burgett. Christopher Campisi. Maria Cavallo. Britton Cloud. Amanda Crossland. John DeFlees. Kevin Diskin. Brian Farinelli. Michael Ferguson. James Fosgate. Megan Garvey. Amber Green. Jason Gromel. Karen Halperin. Adrian Hanger. Scott Jones. Michael Cantor. Brian Kiefer. William Langford. Linnea Larson. Brian Lee. Doug Lee. Robert Lullier. Nathan Lingle. Mark Makachak. Stephen Martin. Patrick Mazzella. Brian McHugh. Matthew Miller. Robert Mirabel. Sandra Ferris. Dean Piccolo. David Raposo. Andrew Rodricks. Vicky Shu. Gary Shumbo. Aaron Siegel. James Smith. Michael Staller. Francis Tremello. Christopher Tapper. Virginia Thompson. Dania Valentino. Andrew Vershaw. Robert Werdick. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and sing with us the school song, which you'll find on the back of your program.
We treasure, and for these we offer thanks. Culinary Institute of America, venture forth but still be true to the school we love.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the 54 newest alumni and alumna of the Culinary Institute of America. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd pick up your champagne glasses and stand, please. The class has chosen to offer the toast on their behalf, Mr. Michael Ferguson. Michael.
Thank you. Thank you. It was both an honor and a pleasure to be chosen by my peers to present today's toast, and I'm proud to be here to do that. Of all the cooking classes that we've had while we've been at the Culinary Institute, there was a simple phrase in the very last kitchen class in the course guide that simply stated, we're not in the food industry, we're in the hospitality industry. And if we do all of our jobs like we were treating our own guest, excuse me, a little nervous here, treat everything that you do as if you were doing it for your own guest. I managed to get that out. I challenge myself and my fellow graduates to tuck away all of the experiences that we've been exposed to, and remember, it is our duty as culinarians to freely offer any of the knowledge we have gained, continuing the educational cycle. Please raise a glass and join me in wishing the best of luck and a prosperous future, good living, good loving, and good eating.